Yo, what's going on, y'all? You're back. I'm your host, Paco. You're listening to the Occupy the Media. Looks like we had a few listeners join us. I want to thank you if you're listening. Don't forget to join us in the chat room over here on ronpaulradio.com. Just click on Listen Live and the chat should pop up for you. We got some people in there. Okay, so before the break, we played the Doug Weed interview talking about the delicate situation, giving us some more hope and things. All right, so what I want to say is this, that I have a theory that if Ron Paul's campaign is being infiltrated and we do have people inside there who are not working for our interests, which could be Jesse Benton, just one example, let's just think about it for a minute. What would Ron Paul do? And this is a good thing. Not what would Jesus do. Let's get the WWRD. What would Ron do? I think that if Ron knows that there's something going on inside there, let's think about it. Would he come out and just straight expose it? Or just straight get rid of them? And I was thinking about that. If there's funny things going on, why don't Ron Paul just get rid of them? He got to know what's going on. If all these people in the media keep asking him disrespectful questions and disrespecting him, why don't Ron Paul come back a little tougher? I always used to ask myself these questions like this, and you got to think. You got to kind of put yourself in his shoes because he has so much on his shoulders. And I think that maybe if Ron Paul knows there's something fishy going on inside of his campaign, of course it should stop. But maybe he cannot, in some sense, expose all of it or get rid of all of it. And it might be crazy why I'm saying that, but I'm thinking that maybe he thinks that it will cause more commotion, more problems, and it'll only work against him instead of working for him. Because these people that are on the inside of his campaign, who knows who they're connected to? There got to be people that's connected to the establishment if we have people in the campaign that are not working for our interest. And if somehow Ron Paul knows that, the question got to be is why isn't Ron Paul stopping it? Why isn't he exposing it? The only thing I could think of is that maybe there's more blowback from it if he did that. Because these people that are not working for Ron Paul, if that's the case, it's not like they're making it they're not making it that blatant. Well, maybe they just did now, but up until now, if there's some phonies in there, they're playing along. They're playing along with Ron Paul, playing along with his grassroots efforts and the people and making it seem like they're all part of the team. When in reality, we got wolves in sheep clothing, and we got to be careful. And not just in the campaign, we got people that are in the grassroots movements. So you got to be careful everywhere. So anyways, I don't know. I just got to be thinking, why isn't Ron Paul this has been going on for a while, issues in the campaign, and why isn't it being exposed and called out? Because I definitely don't think Ron Paul is taking any part in any of this because his message is so on point and the things that he's saying, it just doesn't make any sense. Why would he be doing all this and saying these things to rile people up and get more people awoken just to be going through all these problems if he really didn't want this to go down and really want to be president? So there's something else going on within the campaign. We don't know if Ron Paul is aware of it or if there's a reason why Ron Paul hasn't exposed it or gotten rid of it. So what we need to do, and this is what I think we need to do, is we just need to take the idea and run with it. Regardless of what the campaign is doing, we are our own campaign now as far as I'm concerned. Ron Paul supporters, Ron Paul grassroots, we're our own. If Ron Paul came out today and said, I'm dropping out, I'm not going to none of the conventions, none of the primaries, I'm just going to go home and kick it and that's it, then we still going to do exactly what we've been doing as if nothing changed. Remember, the Ron Paul campaign, nobody controls this. We control this. So what every Ron Paul supporter needs to be doing is they need to be getting on the phone, still doing this phone from home, trying to get more delegates. If you're in the Los Angeles area, LA Liberty HQ on Facebook or ronpaullosangeles.com. That's our headquarters. I know there's one in New York. There's one in New Jersey, I believe. There's one in Texas. So we need to be still on it, if not harder now. Okay, more tabling events. Today we got a tabling event in Pasadena City College where we need to be registering people to be Republicans so they can vote for Ron Paul, depending on what state you're in. And even if that's not the case, you need to be out there getting ready for the general election. Okay? You know what we need to do is stop living in the present and we need to live in the future. Take the future in our own hands. Pretend Mitt Romney's not even in this thing no more. You know? The only way Ron Paul isn't going to be the nominee or isn't going to be the president is if we let that happen. It's on us. That's the only way. The media done lost control now. Okay? They're losing control. They haven't lost the perception yet. They're losing it, but they haven't lost it completely. Otherwise, the revolution would be over with and we'd be good. So we need to continue moving and live in the future. It's time for the general election. It's Ron Paul versus Obama. We need to start making the websites, start coming out with the more blogs, more posting, more tweets. Forget Mitt Romney. It's a wrap with Mitt Romney. Okay? We got this thing in the bag because we know that Mitt Romney only has about 300 some delegates. All right? And we found out from Ben Swann that they're not all bound. Okay? Now, the establishment is running scared as mess because Ron Paul's still out there giving speeches. Now he's going directly to the conventions. Ben Swann is up here exposing things they don't want to be exposed. Got a letter from the 2008 RNC. Okay? So for them to rebuke all of this, they have to totally show their hand, totally expose themselves, and they don't want to do that. And they don't want the convention to go like that. And they know that Ron Paul is not in control. He cannot direct his followers to Romney. He could not tell his supporters to stop booing these people. He could not. All he can do is tell us to be respectful and to try to respect his image. And we will. We'll do everything we can. But we're not going to be quiet. Regardless, I don't care who asked me to. Again, we're going to be smart about it. We're not going to just go to the convention with our fists in the air, with flashing guns or something or flashing knives. We're not going to do that. But at the same time, we are not going to give the media what they want. And what they want is for us to sit there and be good and be little sheep and go right along. And let us get these photo ops. Let us get these videos and be united and clap and come together. Forget that. I don't care if you're a senator, a congresswoman, congressman, and you go on stage and you talk Constitution, you talk about beating Obama. I'm not clapping for you. I don't care if you're saying what I like. I'm still not clapping for you. I know you're lying. I know you're just up there giving a speech, scared, trembling inside your body because you don't got to be up in front of people on a daily basis. You're getting paid for doing absolutely nothing. Matter of fact, you're getting paid to break the Constitution. You're not used to being around common folk that know what you're saying and know BS when they hear it. And so these people got to be careful what they say. That's why they try to say the good things, bring up Obama, bring up the Constitution, things that they know that we're going to be happy about and clap to. And honestly, I don't think we should be clapping to none of it. Again, I'm not saying we need to cause a ruckus. I'm saying these people are nothing new. These people are responsible for atrocities that have been done. They got blood on their hands. So we're already being respectful enough. Okay? So I'm not shaking no hands. I'm not clapping. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I'm not coming in cahoots with the enemy. Forget that. The whole point is to get them out of their seat. New committee man, new committee woman, new chairman, new delegates, whatever. Take it over. We can take it over about being respectful, but we don't got to take it over and be kissing. We don't need to be kissing nobody's behind because then we ain't going to take it over. We're giving them what they want. And when we boo and when we let them know our frustration, it messes up their narrative. It makes it harder for them to bring the party together. If Romney is going to be the nominee, well, we're going to make it as hard as possible because we need people to know that we do not want Romney as a nominee. The media wants Romney. The establishment wants Romney. Okay? Even the people that are voting for Romney don't even want Romney. They're just doing what they're told. They're being told that Romney's the only chance and the only hope they got to beat Obama. And they hate Obama so much that they're willing to do what the media and the establishment tells them. Okay? Nobody is for Romney but Romney's people, but his peers. And that's because they're all alike. They're all the same. Okay? We need to be out there, getting more delegates, be on the phones, be doing these table and events. And, well, like I've been saying, most importantly, because this is going to go on regardless, occupy the media. I mean that in two ways. Become your own media, your own radio show, your own blog, whatever, your own articles, own website. And second, most importantly, we need to take it to the media. Go to the stations. Every owned and operated station from Fox, CNN, MSNBC, I got them on Facebook. We need to show up at their doors almost every day, if not every day, different people, all types of Ron Paul supporters, asking and demanding that they expose and apologize for the media blackout and report more about NDAA, more of these issues that Ron Paul talking about, and then we can change the perception. And once the perception changes, it's a wrap. The revolution is here and it's done. I'm Paco, your host.